Salem, Illinois. The third city I want to talk about is Salem. Salem, Texas. The fourth city I want to talk about is Salem. Salem, Arkansas. Then after that we have Salem, Ohio. Salem, Pennsylvania. Salem, New York. Salem, Vermont. Salem, South Carolina. Salem, Maine. Salem, Tennessee. And of course, Salem, Massachusetts, the home of the witch trials. Is that not a little bit foreboding for you? The home of witch trials, the home of trial. So you got Nineveh getting put on trial. But I can go a little step farther with the word Salem. Salem comes from the biblical word shalom. And shalom means peace. It also means I'll be waiting for your call. So you got this solar eclipse going through all these cities named Nineveh, that you can go back to the biblical story of you better repent because you can't stop what's coming. You got the solar eclipse going through all these cities named Salem. Trials are coming. It also means I'll be waiting for your call. So that doesn't make you feel real good, does it? And I wish that I could end it here, but I can't. Because obviously there's more. You know, I bring notes. I want to make sure I get everything. Just remember, God ordered Jonah to tell Nineveh to repent for their wickedness. Nineveh, America. I could see the comparison. So we already know eclipse is an end of things. Well, guess what else is going to be present during the eclipse that you'll be able to see? You're going to be able to see a comet. A comet 12P. Also known as the Horned Comet or the Devil's Comet. What a coincidence. What are the chances of that? A one-time event for an eclipse. And we get the freaking Devil's Comet we get to see as well. But that's not all. Of course not. I haven't shaken you up yet. Comets are a harbinger of doom. They always have been. They've always been a foreshadowing, a warning. Comets are a harbinger of doom of what's coming. You cannot stop what is coming. You can't stop a comet. But it gets better because you're also going to be able to see 3 planets at the same time that you see the eclipse, and you get to see the harbinger of doom. You get to see 3 planets as well. What's the likelihood of that? The first one you'll be able to see is Mercury. Mercury symbolizes rationality and reasoning, something our country has completely flipped its lid on. It is a call for reasoning. Again, I believe that is what that means. Like, let's get our head out of our asses and turn things around. The next one you'll be able to see is Venus, which, oh yeah, Venus means beauty. Of course it does. It's beautiful. Venus also stands for Rome's imperial power, the fist of Rome. Could this be telling us that Rome, the fist of Rome, Rome's power is about to come to a close? not just Rome, but I would have to think modern day Rome. I mean, look at our architecture at Washington, D.C. It's the new Rome. I think everybody understands. I don't think I have to explain it to anybody. They were building the new Rome. So this is saying Rome's empirical power is about to come to a close, and you can't stop what's coming. And finally, it's the last planet is Jupiter, which is Jupiter symbolizes a search for meaning, a search for truth, search for connection, finding that connection again, and higher knowledge. So when you put all this together, you can sit there and you can think that this doesn't mean anything, or you can look at what's in front of your face and realize someone is trying to tell you that you can't stop what is coming. This has been planned a long time. People have known about it. Obviously, you can't get that many cities in a row knowing that that eclipse is going to go through that many cities.
It's not just a normal solar eclipse, and even if it was, that would be bad news enough. Upon further investigation, I have far more confidence in the things that I have already said. Let me show you what I have found. 7.4 earthquake and several aftershocks hit Taiwan yesterday. 8 days after a total lunar eclipse hit the Pacific plate and the North American plate at the same time. For reference, the lunar eclipse covered this area right here over top of the divide between the Pacific and North American plates. The earthquake was over here in Taiwan, on the other side of the Pacific plate. Correlation does not equal causation. The title of this paper, published in 2019, The Combined Effects of the Gravitational Forces on the Tectonic Plates on Earth's Surface Exerted by the Moon, the Sun, and the Other Planets, are one of the main reasons of the earthquakes. This article, published in 2023, the Moon's pull is so strong it may trigger earthquakes on Earth. Scientists are still baffled by its power. This article, published in 2016, Moon's pull can trigger big earthquakes. Big earthquakes, such as the ones that devastated Chile in 2010 and Japan in 2011, are more likely to occur during full and new moons, the 2 times each month when tidal stresses are highest. There's no shortage. The Sun and Moon are linked to earthquakes along the San Andreas Fault from 2016. Let me nerd out a little bit, hold on. A total solar eclipse requires a new moon, and when they are lined up, so is their gravitational pull on the Earth's surface. A total lunar eclipse requires a full moon, and the Sun and the Moon are pulling against each other. Now hold on a minute. That full moon, full lunar eclipse that we just had covers the same exact area as that total solar eclipse we're about to have on April 8th. And the moon has already caused an earthquake. This is the annular ring of fire eclipse we had last year. During an annular eclipse, you get a ring of fire because the moon is too small to totally cover the sun. This is the total eclipse we had in 2017. This is the total eclipse we're about to have on April 8th. Now, back on the 20th of March, I said, so that the new moon of a solar eclipse is like a barge passing under a bridge and hitting one of the supports. Now, I said there might be 2,000 cars pass over that bridge before it collapses. But 6 days later, we saw that if a cargo ship hits a bridge support, it might collapse immediately. But then a few days later, a barge hit a bridge support, and we see that it only damaged it. Yes, I understand. It was very strange that I said that, and then days later it happened twice. What can I say? Listen and watch. Once again I say, I cannot predict that the April 8th solar eclipse will cause the New Madrid fault zone to pop off, or that it'll pop off so hard that that hidden fault line will become apparent, or that the Pacific plate will slip under the North American plate, causing the topography to fall. Because those two plates colliding is what caused the mountain ranges to form there to begin with, and when it slips under, it'll release that tension. It's that easy. Y'all think the topography is fixed? How do you think it got that way? I cannot say that this is going to happen anytime soon after April 8th, only that it absolutely looks inevitable at some point in the future. I mean, just look at this map real quick, though. Then look at that for a moment. And now look at this map of past eclipses and the paths that they make on the face of the Earth constantly. And now let's put them on a flat Earth map just to see that that is the start of a geometric pattern like unto. I want to be clear. A geometric pattern of gravitational and magnetic paths that the Sun and Moon take above the face of the